Hello everyone, I'm here as the representative of Group 3. Today I'm going to elaborate on Unilever company, whether it is good to invest or not judging by the company's performance in 2021 and 2022. But first, let me give briefs company profile of Unilever. Unilever is a multinational consumer goods company headquartered in London, United Kingdom, and Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Established in 1930 through a merger of British soap maker Lever Brothers and Dutch margarine producer Margarine Unie, Unilever has grown into one of the largest and most recognizable companies in the world. Unilever operates in three main business segments: beauty and personal care, foods and refreshments, and home care. The company's portfolio includes a diverse range of well-known brands that cater to various consumer needs and preferences. Some of Unilever's prominent brands include Dove, Axe, Rexona, Lipton, Knorr, Hellmann's, Ben & Jerry's, Magnum, Omo, and Domestos. It is very unfortunate that this company engaged in the consumer goods sector has experienced poor performance over the past 5 years, even though they managed to touch their best performance by touching the 10,000 rupiah figure in 2019. But in 2023 it dropped very badly, namely on the 14th June, namely at 4,440 rupiah. After we check the financial statements of Unilever companies, we can get the following important data. Namely, Unilever companies have total assets of 19.5 trillion, consisting of 14.2 trillion liabilities, and 5.3 years of equity. Basically, companies with a number of liabilities with an amount greater than equity can be categorized as bad companies, because if there is a disaster or crisis, it is certain that it has a high chance of bankruptcy. But to assess the good or bad of a company, of course, not only with that, one of them is judging from PBV or price to book value. By examining and analyzing Unilever's PBV, we can know what the company's intrinsic value is, and also we can assess whether this stock is worth buying or inappropriate at the price offered. As we know that PBV above 1 is categorized as overvalued, while PBV less than 1 is undervalued. As we know that Unilever holds 85% of the shares and the remaining 15% of the shares owned by the public, namely with a total outstanding share of 38.1 billion shares. And also the stock price per 100 shares is at 3,947 rupiah per 100 shares, or 1 lot. After we checked, it turned out that the intrinsic value or original value owned by Unilever itself was at 140 per share. We can conclude that Unilever's own PBV after we analyzed it was at 2.8, which is overvalued. But if we look at the majority of large companies with international reputations, they have PBVs above 1, while last year's PBV was at 0.1, which shows a significant difference between 2023 and 2022. While another way to determine the good or bad of a company's performance is to know the ROE owned by the company. As we know that the way to determine ROE is by means of profit divided by equity, which is 5 billion profits. It can generate 1.4 trillion, which is 27% ROE or return on equity. Or with simple, equity owned by Unilever of 5 trillion can generate a net profit of 27%, which is as much as 1.4 trillion. Next is SWOT analysis. In this SWOT analysis we want to show the strengths and weaknesses and even threats and opportunities owned by Unilever companies, such as the strength of Unilever companies, namely, strong brand portfolio. Unilever owns a wide range of well-established and recognizable brands, such as Dove, Lipton, Axe, and Ben & Jerry's. Dependence on a few key markets. Although Unilever has a global presence, it is still heavily dependent on a few key markets, including Europe and North America. Based on this decision, it is quite clear that Unilever company experienced a significant setback in 2022 compared to 2021, which we can see that they have a small PBV, which is only 0.1x for the outstanding share price, and has a large return on equity of 31%. And of course, one of the things that makes shareholders happy is that the amount of dividends distributed in 2021 is almost more than 2 times more than this is large compared to 2022, and also with a cheaper share price of 4,500. It is therefore quite clear not to invest funds in Unilever due to the reasons mentioned earlier. Thank you for your time. And I guess this is our rant for this video.